or the origins of Al-Qaeda go back to the Soviet-Afghan War. It was a CIA initiative to recruit Islamic brigades, setting up the madrasas, in other words, the Quranic schools, the training camps in Afghanistan in the context of the Soviet-Afghan War. This was a Cold War initiative. It was launched under the presidency of Jimmy Carter, for which he got the Nobel Prize. Okay. Now, you might say, so in other words, Jimmy Carter, the Carter administration launched a secret operation. The National Security Advisor was Brzezinski, and they created Al-Qaeda. They created the Islamic Brigades. And Brzezinski doesn't actually deny it. I have an interview here. He says, yes, it was an excellent idea to do that. You know, we funded the brigades. We brought in the Wahhabi sects from Saudi Arabia, which set up the training camps, and then it was financed by drug money and so on and so forth. All this is documented. Actually, nobody, even within the CIA, will actually deny it. But the official story is he went against us. We supported Osama. We supported Al-Qaeda. It was for a worthy cause. It was during the Cold War. And in the post-war era, Al-Qaeda has turned on its sponsors. In intelligence jargon, that is called the blowback. It's when an intelligence asset goes against the sponsors, which in this case is the American intelligence apparatus. So that essentially the CIA is the ill-fated victim of this, with Osama going against us. Okay? And that is in a sense, it's a missing link, because the blowback says, yes, it is an outside enemy. We helped them initially. He went against us. They can't deny the historical record. But I can tell you that this is simply a big lie. And it's not so much, I mean, the lie has got to be so big. It's not the question of whether there was foreknowledge, okay, of the 9/11 attacks. It has to do with the fact that Al-Qaeda is a creature of the CIA and has remained a creature of the CIA right up until the present. And that is simply not, it's not a question again of saying yes, maybe, okay? It is something which is so well documented from official sources. Now, I'm going to read you a quote, and I would like you to guess the source of this quote. Okay? It refers to the early to mid-90s in Bosnia-Herzegovina, where, as you know, Al-Qaeda was active in supporting the Bosnian Muslim army, bringing in mujahideen and weapons financed by various sources, but essentially this was part of Al-Qaeda. And the report says the following: the Clinton administration's hand-on involvement with Islamic networks arms pipeline included inspection of missiles by U.S. government officials. The Third World Relief Agency, a Sudan-based phony humanitarian organization, was a major link in the arms pipeline to Bosnia. TWRA is believed to be connected with Osama bin Laden. There you have the Clinton administration collaborating with an organization which has links to Al-Qaeda. This document is a public document, but it was not. They decided to keep it, more or less private to themselves, because they wanted to discredit Clinton for his affair with Monica Lewinsky. Okay, and I know that there was discussion within the Republican Party to trigger an Osama Gate, a Bosnia Gate, Osama scandal, which would then backlash on the Clinton administration and accuse Clinton of collaborating with Islamic terrorists. Okay? A bit like the Iran-Contra scandal. And it was decided within the Republican Party not to pursue that particular course, because that was their course. That was the continuity of foreign policy right from the beginning. Okay? And it could backlash and it would destroy the continuity. So they preferred to go for the easy Monica-Lewinsky scandal, which would denigrate and discredit the administration for something which is admittedly not as serious as collaborating with the terrorists. Okay? But I mean, we have numerous evidence. We have many points of evidence of collaboration between agencies of the U.S. government, the military and intelligence in particular, on the one hand, and the Al-Qaeda network. These do not date back to a bygone era. Now, what's the source of this document? It's the Republican Party. In other words, the Republican Party, it's a 1997 document. In 1997, the Republican Party was accusing the Clinton administration of collaborating with Al-Qaeda. They go back to 2001 or 2000, at least the last firmly documented joint military operation between Al-Qaeda and the Pentagon dates to August 2001, barely a month before the 9/11 attacks, where in the context of the civil war in Macedonia, where you had within the same paramilitary formation, terrorist paramilitary formation, so-called National Liberation Army, you had mujahideen sent in by Al-Qaeda with senior military officers detached by the Pentagon who were there under a contract with military professional resources, a private mercenary company, but they were U.S. military. Okay? And they were working together. We have the photographs and we have statements by the Macedonian Prime Minister which actually accuses the United States of supporting terrorism. And there's absolutely no doubt that these things took place. And we have congressional records and so on. Okay? And in that process, and that's very important, it's outlined in the diagram, there is a long-standing historical relationship between Al-Qaeda and the Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence, the ISI. Now, the ISI was essentially the go-between in the operation launched in the early 80s, first under Carter, then under Reagan. Several secret directives were issued, national security decision directives were issued under Reagan to provide support to the Islamic brigades, and it was done through Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence, acting as a go-between. So that in a sense, Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence has always acted in a sense as a subsidiary of the CIA. And that relationship, incidentally, was never severed. The relationship between Pakistan's ISI and the CIA has never been severed. And on the other hand, Pakistan's ISI continues to this date to support Islamic terrorist organizations in different parts of the Middle East and Southeast Asia, even in the western province of China. And they are doing this on behalf of their counterparts in the CIA. Okay, the ISI is leading these covert operations, terrorist organizations, in favor of terrorist organizations, and they're doing it while maintaining very close bilateral ties with their U.S. counterparts in Langley, namely the CIA. That background has to be understood. Now, We have reason to believe that Pakistan's ISI is part of the 9/11 conspiracy. And this is not, and at the same time, Pakistan's ISI has links to the CIA and to the Pentagon. In late September 2001, there was an FBI report to the effect